What's good, everybody? It's the Cloud with Cam show. We got NFL Week 8, really some big games, and also really surprised on the Thursday night game, Atlanta beating the Panthers. At first, I said, you know what? I think the Panthers are going to take this W. I like Teddy Bridgewater, but obviously them missing out on Christian McCaffrey was really big to me, so I ended up taking Atlanta last second, and Atlanta finally got it done. Obviously, if Atlanta really started off the year good, dude, Atlanta could really be undefeated right now. And looking at Atlanta right now, firing their head coach, finally Dan Quinn gets fired. After all these years, after blowing the Super Bowl lead 28-3, it was just like at that time that should have been the end of it, dude. Right then and there. But to me, it was crazy. Shout out to the Falcons. Look, they got it done. Matt Ryan, 281 yards passing with 1 touchdown. Julio Jones, 7 receptions for 137 yards. That's really what it boiled down to. And I think if Matt Ryan throws the ball to Julio more than 5 to 10 times a game, dude, Atlanta's more times than not are going to win the game. The Atlanta, dude, they have so much talent. They should not be under 500 right now. There's no excuse for Atlanta. That's all I'm saying about that. Teddy Bridgewater had an up and down game. 1 touchdown, 1 interceptions for 176 yards. Really not the best game. But look, Atlanta got it done and got the dub. Shout out to the Atlanta Falcons. Then we got Patriots versus the Bills. To me, this is the biggest surprise of the NFL season right now, is definitely dealing with the New England Patriots. It's just like, man, look at Cam Newton, dude. Like, seriously, obviously, I love Cam Newton. I loved him when he was at Auburn, even at Florida. But right now, it's like, man, we're seeing a different side of Cam Newton. Cam Newton's not looking right mentally and physically. He's just not the same Cam Newton as we're used to seeing. I feel like this is Cam's last shot, dude. It really is, and I never thought I would say that. But, for Cam, dude, he's got to come out, dude. This year, he's got 2 touchdowns for 7 interceptions, dude. I mean, seriously, 2 touchdowns and 7 picks. That's not cutting it for me. And I think Cam Newton, he knows this. He knows Cam Newton knows right now this is his make or break right now. This game, right here, right now, Cam Newton has to come out and ball out. No excuses. And Julian Edelman's out with the messed up knee for at least this game, probably a couple weeks. But, dude, the Bills are no joke, dude, and it makes sense why they're 4-point favorites right now. Josh Allen, 2,000-plus yards passing this year with 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions, dude. He's an animal. He is an animal, dude. Shout out to Josh Allen's Diggs, his favorite target. 48 receptions through the year, over 600 yards receiving, and 3 touchdowns. Look, I expect Josh Allen and Diggs to be on the same page, but we're seeing a different side of the Patriots right now. The Patriots right now are under 500, dude, and it's crazy. But it really boils down to Cam Newton, how he's going to play, and how the New England Patriots defense is going to play. But right now, looking at it on paper, I got to go Buffalo Bills. Just the way Josh Allen and the way they're playing, no doubt about it. 41 is the over-under. I would say go with the over on this pick. No doubt about it, but I like the Bills in this matchup, but I hope Cam Newton and the Patriots get a dub. I never thought the Bills would be favored over the Patriots, right? At least in the past 2 decades. I cannot believe it, but I got to go with the Bills. Then we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Bengals. Tannehill's having a crazy year this year. Almost 1,600 yards passing with 15 touchdowns and only 2 picks. What a year, dude. He is balling out, dude. He's definitely the MVP candidate. And then obviously Derrick Henry, the best running back in the league. He has 143 carries on 663 yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. This dude is a workhorse. He's a beast. He's an animal. Dude, he's the best running back in the league. No doubt about it. I think if Tennessee gives him a lot of carries, use that play action pass with Tannehill, I expect Tennessee to win this game. No doubt about it. But hats off to Joe Burrow. He's got 2,000-plus yards passing this year with 9 touchdowns and 5 picks. And their star running back, Joe Mixon, he has 119 carries for 428 yards and 3 touchdowns. I mean, dude, they have some players on their team, dude. The Bengals, they really do. Tyler Boyd, their star receiver, he has 48 receptions throughout the year, 517 yards and 2 touchdowns. I expect Joe Burrow and him to be on the same page. And look, let's not be surprised, dude. The Bengals can make this a game at home. And I think Joe Burrow plays good at home, but the future is bright for Joe Burrow, no doubt about it. But the way Tennessee and Derrick Henry and their offensive line, I don't see him losing. I'm going Tennessee. I get it. Tennessee's about a touchdown point favorite. That's fine. I'll take that all day, every day. 51 is the over-under. That could be a little tricky here. But I expect Tennessee and Cincinnati to put up some points, so I would go with the over. But I like Tennessee on the spread. 6.5, 7 points, that's fine. I'll go Tennessee all day, every day. Then we got Oakland versus the Browns. This one is a crazy matchup here. The Browns are 2.5-point favorites, which is crazy, right? Baker Mayfield, 1,392 yards passing with 15 touchdowns and 7 picks, dude. Kareem Hunt, over 100 carries for 463 yards and 3 touchdowns. And obviously the Browns losing Odell Beckham is definitely a shot in the foot, dude. It really is, and I think really that's going to hurt them. And no doubt about it. Them losing Odell obviously with the ACL tear, which is sad news to me. I don't like to see any player out there get hurt, but that's just part of the game, part of life. So I hope Odell bounces back. Who knows where he'll be next year. But for me, the Browns, I don't see him winning this game. I'll go with the underdog. I like Oakland in this pick. Derek Carr, 1,726 yards passing with 13 touchdowns and only 2 picks. And their running back, Josh Jacobs, I like him. 116 carries for 394 yards and 5 touchdowns. I like Oakland in this pick. I do, dude. I think Oakland with the upset, and I can't believe the Browns are favorite, but the Browns losing Odell, that's what made me decide, look, dude, I like the Las Vegas Raiders here. I'm going Las Vegas Raiders all day, every day. The underdog, I'll take that 9 times out of 10 on this pick. And then 49.5 is the over-under. I would say lean more towards the over, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's the under. Like I said, I don't like to go with the over or unders on these, okay? I go with the spreads and the money line, but I like I said, Las Vegas Raiders, no doubt about it. Then we got my team, the Indianapolis Colts versus the Detroit Lions. And the Colts are favorite going into Detroit, which is crazy, dude. I cannot believe it, dude. But to me, the Colts, Phillip Rivers, he almost has 1,600 yards passing with 7 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, dude. I mean, I'll tell you what, dude. Phillip Rivers, I said at the beginning of the year, this is his last year in the league. No doubt about it. This is his last year. I know if fans are butts about it. That's what I think. And I think, obviously, I said the Colts should have taken the draft Trevor Lawrence next year, but it's not looking like it. Now, the star running back, Jonathan Taylor, I like this kid. I think the Colts need to sign him to a long-term contract. To me, we've seen historically Colts running backs be good, right? We even had Joseph Adai, but he really wasn't that good for a long period of time. But obviously, Edgerrin James, one of my favorite running backs in Colts history, no doubt. But Jonathan Taylor, I think he's going to be a stud in the future. And then T.Y. Hilton, he's got 20 receptions throughout this year, 242 yards and 3 touchdowns. Look, dude, I want to say I go Colts, but every time I pick the Colts, they lose, dude. They lose every time, so I got to go Lions here. I'll take the Lions. Stafford, almost 1,600 yards passing as well with 10 touchdowns and 4 picks. The way Detroit's playing, and they won last week on a crazy win, which I think, dude, Detroit, dude, I'm telling you, they're right at 500. I think they could really beat the Colts here. Adrian Peterson, he's got 80 carries for 314 yards and 2 touchdowns. So I like where they're going here. Kenny Golladay, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, Kenny, the receiver, he's got 20 receptions for 338 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look, dude, I like Stafford. I like where the Detroit Lions are at right now. And like I said, every time I pick with the Colts, dude, they end up losing. So I'm going with the Lions. 50 is the over-under. I would say go with the under on this pick. I think it's going to be a little bit low-scoring game, but watch it be a high-scoring game. But I'm going Lions with the underdog, no doubt. Then we got Minnesota versus Green Bay. Green Bay at home versus Minnesota. Historically, they got their number. Green Bay's about a touchdown point favorites. I'll take that all day. I will. Aaron Rodgers, about 1,700 yards passing with 17 touchdowns and only 2 picks, dude. And crazy to think Aaron Rodgers was rated at 89. 89 on Madden. Crazy to me, dude. Devontae Adams, he has 36 receptions for 449 yards and 4 touchdowns, dude. I like where Green Bay's at right now. I expect them to beat Minnesota handedly, dude. Kirk Cousins, he's got 11 touchdowns and 10 picks, dude. 11 and 10. That's not really good to me, dude. About 1,500 yards passing, dude. But their star player, obviously Dalvin Cook. He's got 92 carries throughout the year, 489 yards and 7 touchdowns. I like where they're going with this. I do, but obviously the way Green Bay matches up against Minnesota year in and year out, Aaron Rodgers got their number. I expect Green Bay to come out and really spank them, dude. I expect them to win. I'll take the 6 points all day. I will. So I'm going Green Bay heavy on this pick. Go heavy on Green Bay. I'm telling you right now. Then we got the Jets versus the Chiefs. The Chiefs are 20-point favorites, 20.5, maybe 21 come game time, which it really should. The Jets are trash, dude. Sam Darnold is trash. He has less than 1,000 yards passing with 3 touchdowns and 6 interceptions, dude. Sam Darnold is trash. I'm sorry, but he's rubbish, dude. He really is. To me, it's just like, how? And then obviously Patrick Mahomes, he's got about 1,900 yards passing with 16 touchdowns and only 1 pick. And obviously their star tight end, Travis Kelce, 40 receptions on 500-plus yards and 5 touchdowns. I expect Mahomes and them to really destroy the Jets. Now, any given Sunday, anything's possible. It'd be ignorant to pick the Jets over the Kansas City Chiefs, but I like the Chiefs. 49.5 is the over-under. Anytime their game is with the Kansas City Chiefs, no matter who they're playing, go with the over. I'm telling you, Kansas City puts up crazy numbers. I like the Chiefs. I'll go the 20.5. But if I feel like game time decision, I'll say money line on this. But definitely Kansas City all day, every day. No doubt about it. Don't trick your mind and take the Jets. Please don't. Then we got the Rams versus the Dolphins. The Rams are 3.5-point favorites. I like the Rams. But the interesting thing is dealing with the Dolphins. Tua is getting his first career start out of Alabama. We saw what he did. He's a left-handed passer. I like this kid. I'm so glad that he's finally getting his shot. Really, I am. But Goff, dude, about 1,800 yards passing, 1,800 yards passing with 12 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. 1,790 yards to be exact on Goff. But, dude, Goff is having a pretty decent year this year. And his favorite target, Cooper Kupp. He's got 37 yards for 37 receptions for 417 yards and 2 touchdowns. I just think the Rams are going to be too much. But I would love to see Tua get his first career win here. His first career start. This is a big game, a big moment for Miami Dolphins fans right here. But I got to go the Rams. I'll take the 3.5, no doubt. Then we got Pittsburgh versus the Ravens, a classic rivalry here. The Ravens are 4.5-point favorites. Look, I picked against Pittsburgh about 4 or 5 times this year and got them all wrong. So, Rapist Big Ben, he's got about 1,500 yards passing with 13 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Chase Claypool out of Notre Dame, baby. 18 receptions for 333 yards and 4 touchdowns. I expect them to utilize him a lot this game to Pittsburgh to have a chance. But I think if Lamar plays great, I like the Ravens in this matchup. At home against the undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers in this rivalry, let's go. I like Lamar, dude. 1,135 yards passing with 10 touchdowns and only 2 picks. He also has 50 carries for 346 yards and 2 touchdowns. Dude, Lamar's a beast. And I think if Lamar does not throw any interceptions, you bet they get the dub here. They will. And obviously, the Ravens adding Dez Bryant is a big surprise to me, and I love it, though. I really do. They needed another receiver, so to me, this is huge. I'm going Ravens over Pittsburgh. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Pittsburgh wins either. Like I said, I've been wrong on a lot of Pittsburgh Steeler picks this year, and it's been really devastating. Obviously, Pittsburgh is a really successful franchise, their whole organization, but to me, it was just like, man, how often do I get them wrong? But I'm going with the Ravens, 4.5. I'll take that. I'll take that all day, every day. Then we got the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Denver Broncos. The Chargers are 3.5-point favorites. This is normally a coin flip game, so I would go either way. Drew Lock not really having a good year. He's been hurt, banged up here and there. He's got 1 touchdown on 4 interceptions, dude. That's not really cutting it. Melvin Gordon out of Wisconsin, he's got 349 yards rushing with 4 touchdowns. But obviously, the Broncos are going to have to play lights out. But the way Justin Herbert is playing for the Los Angeles Chargers, I got to go Chargers on this pick. He's almost got 1,600 yards passing with 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I mean, I'm telling you, Allen, their star receiver, he's got 44 receptions on 481 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look, dude, I like the Los Angeles Chargers here. At 3.5, 4 probably toward the game. I like it. I like the away team. I'm going Chargers, but like I said, it's more of a coin flip because both these teams, they're familiar with each other. They really are, but I like like I said, the Los Angeles Chargers in this pick. Then we got the Saints versus the Bears. This is a huge game for both teams here. No doubt about it. Nick Foles having a good year, about 1,200 yards passing with 6 touchdowns and 6 interceptions. Allen Robinson, the second, he's got 44 receptions on 544 yards and 2 touchdowns. But look, I want to take the Saints here, but the Bears at home, they play great. And I think this is more of a coin flip game as well. I'm going to go the Saints on the money line. I think 5.5, 6 points is a little too much. Drew Brees, 1,618 yards passing with 11 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. I think if Drew Brees and Kamara, they really handle business, they're going to run the table. That's really what it boils down to. And obviously the Saints secondary, if they play well against Nick Foles. But I like the Saints. I would go money line on this pick. 42.5 is the over-under. I would say go with the over here. I expect the Saints to put up about at least 30 points this game to get the dub with Drew Brees. And I think this is going to be a really close game. I can see the Saints winning by like a field goal, but I like the Saints in this matchup. And then we got the 49ers versus Seattle. Seattle 3-point favorites at home. 54 is the over-under. Look, dude, 49ers are bouncing back. They started off really bad. Obviously, they've been banged up. They've had about 10-plus players on their injured list, dude. It has been bad, dude. Jimmy G over 1,000 yards passing with 7 touchdowns and 4 picks. George Kittle, their star tight end, he's got 35 receptions on 435 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look, dude, I got to go Seattle, though. And I understand they lost last week against Arizona. Russell Wilson, almost 2,000 yards passing, 1,890 yards to be exact, 22 touchdowns and 6 picks, dude. Russell Wilson, dude, he's still my MVP candidate. I get it, he threw 3 picks last game, but dude, everyone has a bad game. But Tyler Lockett, him and Wilson, dude, they are such a great duo. Tyler Lockett's got 45 receptions for 542 yards and 7 touchdowns. I like Seattle at home. Seattle traditionally against 49ers at home, they play great. So I'm not going against Seattle on this pick. I'm going Seattle at home. I'll take the 3-point spread, probably maybe 4 on different bookies. But look, dude, 54 is the over-under. I would say go with the under on this pick. I think, both defenses are really good. So, but look, I like Seattle. I think Russell Wilson, if he doesn't throw any interceptions, I like him. No doubt about it. So I'm going with Seattle. Then we got the Cowboys versus Philly, dude. Philly is 10.5-point favorites, dude. Crazy, right? But we have to understand, obviously, Dak is out. Andy Dalton is out. They got a QB that we never heard of getting his first career start for the Dallas Cowboys. This is huge. But the whole thing dealing with the Dallas Cowboys is that no one's playing great on their team. Ezekiel Elliott is really coughing it up right now. He got his check, and I just don't see the hunger in Zeke right now. Zeke throughout this year, he's got 113 carries on 458 yards and 5 touchdowns. But like I said, dude, it's just I don't see the fire. And I think if I'm Jerry Jones, dude, tank and draft the quarterback. Are you going to really – I feel like if Dak was your quarterback, you guys would have signed a long-term deal before this year started. So to me, it was just like we got the answer. I don't think Jerry Jones wants Dak. I really don't, or else he would have given him a long-term deal already. So to me, it's just one of them things. It's just like the Cowboys are done. I really do believe it. Now, obviously, if they win, this is a huge win, but I like Eagles. And the crazy thing is, Eagles can be first in their division with this win. Carson Wentz, 1,760 yards passing with 10 touchdowns and 10 picks. I mean, dude, 10-10, dude. But to me, they could really be first in their division. I'm going Philly. I don't like the 10.5. I'll go money line on Philly. 43 is the over-under. I would say go with the over on this pick. But look, dude, I like Philly at home. I do. This is a huge game for both teams, but I think Philly pulls it out. No doubt about it. Then we got the Monday night game, Bucs versus the Giants. Tampa Bay, obviously, dude, they're stacked. They're getting Antonio Brown now. I think he'll be back. I think he will be arriving in the next couple weeks for like game time. But to me, Tom Brady, 1,910 yards passing with 18 touchdowns and 4 picks. Dude, they're just stacked, dude. I mean, Tampa, and they got the Super Bowl at home in 2021 coming up. So to me, it's like, dude, Tampa could really win it this year, which is crazy. But I just don't think the Giants really have that answer. They don't. Obviously, key players are missing for the Giants. But to me, it's just like, Daniel Jones, I don't think he's the guy. He's got 5 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Also 31 carries on 296 yards rushing. But to me, I just think Tampa Bay is too much for them. the Monday night and bright lights. I expect Tom Brady and the Bucs to prove something out here. And I feel like, dude, this is an easy win for the Bucs. Obviously, there's nothing easy in the NFL and in life. But look, dude, I like the Bucs. I like where Tom Brady's going right now. And obviously, Antonio Brown coming there, dude. It's going to be crazy, dude. It really is. But, like I said, I'm going with the Bucs over the Giants all day, every day. But my upset pick of the week is definitely the Las Vegas Raiders at Cleveland Browns. I like that pick. I really do. I expect Derek Carr to have a breakout game. I think John Gruden is a better coach than the Browns coach. So I think that's what it boils down to. And obviously Odell being out. So that's my upset pick of the week. Las Vegas Raiders over the Cleveland Browns, baby. It's the NFL, boys. Let's go!